That's it, morning YouTube. I'm here with Karina and Yanka to another English immersion here on Talk and Talk. Let's start today. We'll talk about if the name is Beyond of the Rainbow, the name of this conversation. Let's start with the first question. Karina, could you read and answer the first one, please?
Sure. Yeah. In what ways have you noticed the LGBTQIAP plus community become more visible in mainstream culture in your lifetime? I've noticed increased like representation in media, in TV shows, also in politicians, because I'm not so old, but I remember when I was like little, for example, was impossible to have novels, to have TV shows with LGBT couple, and nowadays you can see more. So we accept more in the mainstream culture, like in TV shows, in series, etc than before. So also the politics environment also we have like more politicians that are part of the community. So I think in my perspective increase more in I don't know maybe in 50 years that I remember more than before. So in my perspective is this and it's really great.
Oh, great, great, Karina. I think that you brought a good example about how said that novels. I have the same memory when the first how said that couple, the gay couple in the how said that soap operas was something. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Or the movie Carandiru when how said that we have Rodrigo Santoro and another guy kissing in the movie. It was oh my gosh how can he do it? Something like that. So good example. What about you, Yanka?
Yeah, it was shocking. Until today, I guess, people when see a kiss between two persons from the same sex, it's people usually react with a surprise or rejection or a approbation or they approve that. But anyways, it's shocking in a different way, I guess. Some people admiring, other one criticizing, I guess. But all of these, I have been noticed, but a whole transformation, I guess, not only about LGBTQIA plus stuff in the media, but a change in the pattern, I guess. We had and we have yet a pattern, a traditional family, a guy, a woman, and children. And nowadays, we notice actually that the society it's plural. It's more than that. It's not a margarina family, as we call in Brazil. So we have uh, people at the same sex couple. I don't know how can I say that. Homo couple. I don't know.
Me
Homosexual
too.
couple, I guess. Yes. Homosexual couple and so on. So now I think we have seen that. Even a black couple, I guess, in the media, in a different place, in a different role, not just serving, but having a role, a real role, a different place in the community and society. So I have been noticing, and I agree with. I think it can show more the society composition, I guess. Be more true, be more real, what we see in the street and so on.
No, it's very interesting. You brought many interesting subjects, Bianca. For example, the family composition are totally different now. For example, not totally different. We already have this, how say that, normal, how say that family that it's a margarina families, but realize that it doesn't exist for the most part of Brazilian families, because even if you are talking about today, we are talking about LGBT, but we can think about other diverse families and. It's not like a margarina commercial advertising. So I totally agree with you when you said it. And other thing that I was thinking here, it's how this diversity now I have been feeling a kind of how to say it reaction for the conservative people because nowadays the enterprises 5 or 10 years ago they were very concerned about it because of the pink money or money from black people but nowadays it's decreasing. I have this impression so they don't nowadays the people that the models are again the white thin and this family about two people so also so that the different sex so and a kid I have this impression, but we will discuss a little bit more. So let's for the second question. Yanka, could you read and answer, please?
Sure. How do you think LGBTQIA plus movement has influenced and changed our language, for example, with the discussion around pronouns? That is a polemic one. I love it. Where is Lara to discuss this? I think she just threw the bomb, and run away. But okay, it's important, I guess, to discuss about that. Well, I'm particularly pro this discussion about pronouns and the nouns, no, the name in general, because I always use the same example of Xuxa. Xuxa is not her name. Yeah, she has another name, but the whole Brazilian society agreed to call her Xuxa. And it's a silly example, but it's example that if someone presents itself as a name, as a pronoun, refer to itself as someone that it's a particular gender with that name in particular, it's so difficult to respect that. Why it's so difficult to respect that? So to me, it's very weird to understand that. And I see that it's political position to be against trans people, but at the same time, we have to respect these people because it's the way that they see themselves. So who am I to say the way that others should behavior, should call, should be? So if another person says that, well, this is my name, I would like to be treated in this way, I'm I'm not in my place to say no. It's the other person desire, I guess, and right too. So yeah, I am okay with that. I think it will be difficult to change. In English, we have this neutral pronoun, but in Portuguese, we have a very delimited pronoun like ele, ela, a, o, that make difference in the gender part. But I think that we have to be open to discuss that because we are in movement as a society and as a language. So we change all the time. So it will be nice to be open to that, I guess.
Very good. And Yaga, just a question: how we use this neutral pronoun in English? Because I remember I don't remember not anymore. Do you know? For example.
Um, I don't remember. I think if I'm not wrong, they already have. I will search it here and then I can say to you,
Okay, no,
okay.
just if you already know how to say that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Okay.
they, them, as she, yeah.
Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah. No,
I
good,
think it
good.
is.
Just to
I
know.
think it's them, they, instead
Ah,
she
good.
or he.
Or he. Good, good. So go ahead, Karina. And just to say, guys, if you want to comment something, feel free, open your microphone. We are just three of us here, so three people here, so it's easy to have a conversation, natural conversation. Go ahead, Karina.
About the question, I totally agree with Yanka. I think we don't have a place to order something about what you want to be called. I think it's our option. We need to respect. For example, when I am in a restaurant or in a store, I always try to ask the waiter or the waitress the name. For example, I am Fabio or I am Fabiana, so I will try to call this person by her name because sometimes you can say like in Portuguese, for example. querida or querido, and perhaps the person want to be treated by the other gender. So I think it's always polite to ask the name and treat the person by name. Um, and it's more complicated when we put this in the language because, as Yanka said, we have like so this gender so defined in Portuguese, so sometimes hard. And for example, when you are uh, in a test or something in a school, you need to put a or O in the end of some words, so it's a bit complicated. But as Yanka really said, it's like the language is still changing, so maybe in the future we can do some improvements about it. But I think when we are talking about grammar or Portuguese grammar, it's a bit complicated to have this like right now. I think it's with years, with consciousness, maybe we can change something to be more plural in this meaning.
No, very good. I totally agree with you too. And the people used to use this, how say that, difficulty that we have in our grammar to just justify, we cannot do it. But the problem to me, it's that it's not because of grammar. It's just because of the people. It's don't recognize the others like human beings that the others right to be what they are, and that's the huge problem. And language, it's to me it's the most powerful and important manifestation of a culture. So and but as a culture, it's an invention. So if we can invent something with how say that gender, we can reinvent and change for another thing. So that it's more how can I say it that fit with what we want to be as a society. So it will be hard to how say find this solutions, but the community, the LGBT, already how said brought to us this solution. So it's just a question to learn and adjust our grammar to be more inclusive and to show for everyone, for every people that they are part of the society. So I totally agree with you too. And let's move on for the question number 3. Karina, could you read and answer, please?
What does it mean to be a good ally to the LGBT community? What is important for people who are not part of the community to show their support? Uh, I think it's important. I don't know because it's so obvious. I don't know how some people doesn't see it. It's just not different. It's not different. Just like people, it's normal. So, for example, I am a heterosexual woman, and for me, it's their lives. Anyone can do anything they want. I have like a lot of friends in the LGBT community because I studied fashion, and in fashion we have like a great LGBT community. And I don't know, I think voting for people who cares, for politicians who cares about the visibility of the community, try to respect the community as you can. So support with politicians with her name or his name, like I don't know, because it's so for me we don't this discussion. It's so normal. Like I don't know how a lot of people can see or can I don't know have like I really don't know because it's for me it's like something so obvious, and especially for us like for young people sometimes I see like young people that doesn't understand like something like I don't know, like for example I don't know, the name of this politician, the Brazilian one, is absurd and he's really young. I think it's the Nicolas alguma coisa. I was like,
Nicolas
Mm.
Ferreira, Fernando
Yes.
Holliday. You can pick one. You can pick. We have a lot of them.
why? Like, I don't understand, guys. For me, it's like, it's horrible.
Totally agree with you. No, and yeah, and to be honest, for example, I don't like too much this kind of ally. I think I don't know how to pronounce it, but no, just someone that respect other people, and because I say, oh. It's the same thing. Oh, the guy saying, "Oh, I'm a feminist guy." It's a little bit, or someone that I'm a anti-racist. I don't like too much. I know that it's the intention can be good, but just you're just someone that recognize that it's better not just for the others, but for you too. Live in a better society and a better community. Because, for example, in this case, we already had news. I remember so clear a news also that just a two father and a son walking in a famous street in São Paulo, Rua Augusta, and so the people just found that they are a gay couple, and how said aggressed the father and son that it was just together, So and I know that it's an exception. Usually, the people that will suffer violence are the people also from this community, but it's a kind of example and clear that this is not everyone is paying for this how say that violence. For sure, we have. I'm not saying that everyone's paying the same bill, but it's better, for our society live in a equal society. So I totally agree. I just don't like too much this ally, even if it can be important. Think about it, but we have to do things because it's better for you and for others. You don't. I don't want to live in an equal society. It's the same, for example, to be a very rich people. We lost your lose your. Liberty, because you have too much and you are feel free to go to the normal space. So live your life because you think, oh, someone will stole me. So that's not good for it's good for and for no one. So what do you think about it, Young?
Yes, guys, I agree in everything that you said. And to me, this is the most difficult part, actually. To be an ally, I agree with you, Rafael. But like we can defend all of these in out loud voice, but the problem are in our day-to-day relationship, I guess, and how we deal with this. I know that in my family, it was very hard. It was really hard. When I assumed bi for my mom, actually, I assumed like a lesbian girl for my mom for one time. And then she was worried that I could turn in the other gender, that I would like to be a guy. This was the most, she was really worried about that, actually. And then we start to discuss about that. I'm not, né? I am a cis woman, but we had to discuss a lot this inside of my family since then until today. We discuss a lot, and to me, it's the most delicate point. How do we talk with the people that are around us about this and make them to reflect about that? Like we shouldn't be racist, but we have to be anti-racist. As Rafael said, that maybe doesn't agree too, but this idea to be anti-racist is to fight for it and to have discussion about this when you hear someone talking bullshit about race or about LGBTQ plus people. We have to say, and we have to say something, not just agree, not just to be in silence, because when we get silence, we are neutral, and neutral always go to the oppression side, when you just, it's almost if you agree with that, because you are not being opposite to that, I guess. So this day-to-day fight, to me, it's the most difficult to do, like to go and vote to some politics that are in favor or are more progressist. I think it's a very nice movement. Thinking a macro movement, we have to do that. But in the daily basis, this little fight that we have all day, no, sorry. Every day, actually, to me, it's the most difficult part. To be progresses every day and to fight and for these movements every day, you know? I don't know if I was clear, but yeah.
Yeah,
My point is that we
no,
have to say when we heard something wrong, I guess.
and I totally agree with you, but this is the most difficult part that has said that. For example, in the case when I'm a minority, I don't have a choice. For example, to not fight because it's my existence. And for example, so in this case, because of that, I don't like the have a they give a title for someone that is not a part of the community. For example, oh, I'm an ally. Oh no, that's good. So fight for it and do it because the most. For someone that it's a part of that community, we have to do it because we don't have a choice. You know, some people don't do or in how say that go to the opposite side, but it's just sad. But that is different. As you said, someone that oh, I'm anti-racist, racism, and it's the people are is not suffering in their daily life so about it so they are not think about it that's the problem I think that we have I don't know how to do to really sensibilize I don't know if it exists in English but how said it make these people sensible to the cause you know because of that we have to talk more and really achieve the how said it the power to really bring this subject for the daily life of the people, you know. Because if you're not feeling in your own, how say that, your own body, you will not fight too much. I have this impression, you know. But but we need others because just the community, the minority cannot do everything for them all. It's a social revolution, not something that oh you fight for your rights and it's everything on you but it's hard I agree with you the next one it's the number four. So pride events started as a protest for rights. Today, they are often large celebrations sponsored by big companies. Do you see this as a positive sign of acceptance? What do you think, Karina, about it?
It's complicated because with money, we have more visibility about the case. For example, Parada Gay in São Paulo, it's really big. So we have like a lot of visibility through this event, and that's came with the sponsorship too. Too. It's not the main the principal thing, but two. But the true acceptance means more than put a rainbow logo in products in June. So it's a bit contradictory. For example, we have like brands to support, to give money for the cause, but inside the company, we have like just the bosses, the director are just white men, heterosexuals, and old men. So it's really complicated because it helps to have visibility because with money we can do a lot of things, we can support a lot of causes, but requires more transformation inside the company. For example, hire people from the community, hire Black people, hire women for chairs, for high chairs. This all the I forgot how to say discurso sometimes it's really empty. So I think it depends. It's like it's not like black and white, you know, they have like a lot of nuances in this situation.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's the part. Capitalism. It's incredible how they can just I don't know if it exists in English sequester sequestrar everything that we created to fight against how say that discriminations and inequality. So it's hard to think about it. But this the pink money. It's real. But how say that? I like to think that it's a reaction to a positive movement, and so everything, every time when we can, how say that, we try to chant something for the good, the reaction will be you have to, I don't know how to say it, take a step back after. So I like to see it as something positive, even if it's not so good. Think about this pink money, everything that you said, that's totally correct. We are not in the minorities are not in the high positions and etc. But I think that it's a good moment for us. It's a result for the different movements, and especially here for the community LGBT. So what do you think about it, Bianca?
Well, I agree on everything. The only point that I see sometimes is that because of the point that Karina brought, like we have this kind of attitude, but at the same time, the CEOs and the direction are composed by white guys and rich since always, since generations, I guess. This is my point, guys. They are rich since generations, you know. They didn't turn rich in like one life, like I was born and did this and became a millionaire. No, they are rich like since his grandparent, you know. So this is the problem, I guess. Um, but we have this, and the problem is when they do not see more value on this and take out the money, like all this agenda that we have seen against LGBTQ people or Black people. Um, and they are taking out all the money that they invested in scholarship, in positions, like hire people for the companies and so on. I think this is the problem because they have yet the money, so they can put the money and generate more money, thinking about the pink money, but at the same time, they can just take out the funding and leave us without money because the money never, o dinheiro nunca foi nosso. The money never were our, I guess. I don't know, you can correct me, please. The money always were, o dinheiro sempre foi deles, I guess. So they have this power, I think, under us. This is the biggest problem in my perception. So they can do that. They can have this pink money and at the same time to invest in traditional families in the next year, you know. Money doesn't have ethics, I guess.
No, I totally agree with you, Yanka. It's very meritocracy doesn't exist. So this guy is just how to say that are I don't know how to say it, herdeiros, and that's a big problem. And as you said, how to say that the capital are just in their hands. You know, they just give a little bit of money or saying, "Oh, I will invest a little bit in this." How said project, social project, but it's just a little bit. It's not even how said that 1% of the profit of the companies. So it's just something to show that I'm someone that include people. Diversity is important to us, but it's a bullshit. As Karina said, it's something empty. It's just to show. And but the problem is even now I have this, and I think that is our next question. Now a little bit it's related. I have this impression that we are losing more, space now. You know, this the LGBT QIAP plus are losing space. Black people are losing space, and so I have this. We are in this moment around the road, and it's serious. But we are so far from achieve something that now we could achieve a really powerful and something that can be more perene. I don't know if it exists in English, but I think so. A pereno position. So it's a big problem. So let's answer the next question. Yanka, could you read and answer, please?
Okay, but just one thing,
Yeah, go.
like I don't know if you saw, we all three are out of Brazil since some time. But yesterday, they had a very huge manifestation and protest in the whole
Yeah.
country. So I wasn't, I think that I lost my hope some time ago. But yesterday, a part of this hope returned to me, I guess. Like now I think that we are making some progress, I think, in several ways, maybe. So at least in Brazil. In here, I don't know, but in Brazil, we are trying something. So it really make me happy, and I wanna go back for my house, please. But okay. What's something that society in general is still in the process of learning or unlearning in order to better understand LGBTQ plus people? One thing that I think that we should understand better, and it's about biology too, because we have this misunderstood that we have just two sex, woman and no, female and male. But even in the biology, we can see that actually this is not binary stuff. It's a shadow. It's not a shadow. It's a shadow. I don't know. It's we have tones, but it's not tones, not colors, but we have compositions of hormones and genetics that make us not a binary stuff, but a composition of these stuffs. So a different balance of hormones. We have male and female hormones, but not actually, this is not actually binary. All the human have a different composition of all of this. So we are not totally female and male, thinking the biology sense. We have a balance of a different balance of these hormones inside of us. So we don't have, for example, a total male. I don't know if can explain this in English. It's so difficult, guys. But yeah, I don't know if I will be able to explain that. But we are not binary even in the biologic sense. We are not all dichotomic stuff, I guess. So we should learn more, even me now, né? We should learn more this to broke this idea, that this is the normal. This is not the normal, never was. Even in other species, we have different kinds of, we don't have just female and male, we have different um kinds of species, I guess. So we should learn more this.
Very, very interesting. I don't know too much, so I will not risk to say something about it. Because to me, it's more something that it's related. It's the social meaning, you know. I was thinking last week about it. So the problem is to be a male or a female represents something in society. So it's we have a social how say that creation. So that's the problem. To be a man needs to do this or that. Or as how say risking me a little bit in my about biology. Oh, testosterone it's something for a male. Estrogen it's something for a female. So, but as you said, everyone have the both in our how said body. And I don't know how it's related, how said connected in our body because I don't know about it. But that's something that we put a label for some things and say, oh, this is a male, this is a female. Everyone that trying to transgress this fixed and strict boundaries, we will say that they are abnormal and that's not correct. So that's the problem. And we have a lot of things like that and that we have to learn how say that it's not something how say it's not the truth, you know, the truth in fact that it's just something that the people invent that and you can see the society and our relationship between human beings different. And so it's about learning and unlearning and it's so important. What do you think about it, Karina? Do you have another examples to us about this learning and unlearning process?
We need to learn more the difference as a society first. The difference between gender and sexuality, as Bianca said before. For example, it's not because you are a bi you need to choose if you are like a girl or boy. It's it's nothing something like that. So, in my perspective, we need to respect more and learn more about the difference between gender and sexuality, because as Bianca said, we have like a lot of options and a lot of things. So it's not because you are homosexual, you will change your gender as well. So I think we have a lot of misunderstood about this topic in society.
No, no, I totally agree. Uh, let's move. I think that we have time for another one. Do you want, Yanka or Karina, do you want to choose one question that we would like to answer? A last one? I don't know if it would be the last one, but go ahead and choose one.
Can you choose Bianca or anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this six is okay because I was thinking in a TV show for that. So can you think of a specific movie or TV show that you believe did a great job of telling an LGBT story to a mainstream audience? And when I saw this question, I immediately think about Pose, the TV show. Was like a TV show. They highlight the life of a trans woman, a black trans woman in 90s, 80s and 90s in the United States. So it was a really good show. They show like all the lives, all the drama of not being accepted by your own family or society. So it's a really good show. And I think also RuPaul, because RuPaul is like a phenomenon. It's like a worldwide thing, and it's about drag queens, so it's also example for me.
Very good, very good. RuPaul, I've never seen, everyone has said that surround me talk about it, but I've never seen RuPaul. I have to do it. It's available on Netflix. Do you know? Bianca or Karin or Karina? I'm not
And
sure because yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I saw I saw a few episodes on Netflix, but I think it's not in catalog anymore. I don't have sure, but I don't have sure.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but I will search here. So, Yanka, do you have how say that another example to us?
No, I don't. I I but because I would say RuPaul too, because I really love and Pose. I didn't remember actually, but now that Karina mentioned, it's a very good series. It's a series, isn't it? Or it's a movie? I think it's a series. But I remember one thing that I think it's important to point, it's that we don't choose what we would like to be, like a trans woman or a trans guy, do not choose. Like they were born with this. And one thing that we lose in mind, it's the whole modification that some of them, not all of them, do in their body to stop with the phobic sensation that we have with our body sometimes. But we can realize that it's not a choice because of this, the whole transformation that some of them do in their bodies. In Pose, for example, they show some woman putting some kind of gel in their bodies to get form, to get the female form. And I could remember a guy that I lived with, and he started to take hormones. He was a trans guy, so he had to take hormones, and I could see the whole transformation that the testosterone doing there in his body, and the effects, os efeitos contrários, the bad effects are so high that you can see that isn't a choice. Like the person do this because was born with this sensation and this will, because contra effects are so difficult to live, and I think that pose show this too. Show the price that you pay to be who you want to be. Thinking about trans people, for example, and how difficult is this, and how we judge without knowing better how is the life of this person and so on. So these are good shows, and I saw RuPaul too in YouTube, and you can see the first episode of the whole series in the YouTube, and you can see the series in different countries. So you can see RuPaul in Australia, RuPaul Brazil too, RuPaul in different languages. So if you are studying French, you can search RuPaul French in the YouTube. At least the first episode you can watch on the YouTube.
No, very good. Thank you for this tip. I think just before I said that bring the other guys here, would like just to say that it was a pleasure to be here with you to discuss this important topic. It was not myself that chose, but it was very good. And I would like to hear from you. Everything was good, Karina, Yanka.
Yeah, it was really good. It's a,
Yeah.
a, a complicated topic to discuss in English because sometimes I don't have the words. Like I'm thinking in Portuguese, but to translate it's really hard. But it's a really important topic.
Yeah, it's always hard, but to talk about it, and something, especially with something that we really want to, how to say that, share your opinion. Sometimes you just have to have this lack of knowledge. You don't find the correct word, but I think it's part of the process, and it was very good. What about you, Yanka? I think it was good.
Yes, it was very nice, and I have been realizing this for a while, that matters are themes that really make me feel not angry, but really moves me. I have more difficult to discuss, I guess. Like talk about city topics to me, it's so easy. But when it's something polemic or something that I have a very strong opinion about, I struggle to translate to English, I guess. And this, it was one of these kind of topics that it's really difficult to put everything in words, I guess. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lara.
Very good, very good. So, guys, I was talking here, I was asking Karina and Yanka how it was the conversation here in the main room, and I would like to hear from you too. Osvaldo, everything was good in the other room?
For
Did
sure, it
you
was amazing. It was amazing. And I agree with Yanka. I listened to her. It's hard to express some ideas. Not only in English, I would say, in Portuguese at all, you know. Daphne brought us a good example, a good movie related to this topic. Uh, uh, oh, I forgot the movie names again. Daphne.
Minha Mãe é uma Peça, by Paulo
Yeah,
Gustavo.
ah,
yeah, that's
very
a good
famous in
example.
Brazil?
Yeah, yeah. It's this kind of art, in my perspective, is crucial to share respect and how we can deal with our immature, our not enough mature to deal with this kind of movements, right? That's it.
Good. Thanks so much, Osvaldo. What about you, Daphne? Everything was good?
Yes, I love it, this topic because help us improve like a personal and avoid the prejudice. I like so much. Thank you for bringing this topic.
No, just to how say that give the credits for the right person. It was Lara. I was just here how say that
Okay.
replacing her, but I really like it too. And before I accepted to be here, I searched. That is the subject. So it was Lara that chose.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Lara.
Yeah, I will roll how say that wrote I will write. Oh my gosh, write in the how say that WhatsApp to her that everyone like it. So what about you, Sydney? Everything was good?
Yes, I think it was really good, and it was a pleasure to speak with Oswald and Daphne about this topic. I think I think that their opinion contribute a lot to build my opinion as well, to see the different points, and I think above all, we must be respectful about the LGBT community because they are not just because they have a different sexual orientation, but they are human beings like us. So they have their objective, they have their dreams like us, and I think our generation we are learning and unlearning the things. I think the next generation will be better than us to accept it. I think more than us.
Very good, very good. Guys, it was a pleasure to be here. I could learn a lot of things. I think that it's so important to discuss about different topics. This one to construct a better society, it's how said it, fundamental. It's something crucial, primordial. So I'm very glad to be here. So thank you. I will, how said, finish our immersion right now because like that the second one can, how said that, start on time. But see you in the, I don't know when, but I will try to be here more. And bye bye. Thanks so much to be here.